All right, the next feature in Zapier that we're going to go over is called Zapier Delay. And I love Zapier Delay, but I find that sometimes it's more of an advanced feature. However, maybe not. And so generally when a delay is needed to be used in Zapier is when you're waiting for other zaps to resolve. For example, as you can see here, I have a ton of zaps here, 0 min, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and 1 min. Now, all of these, what they do is they calculate commissions, right? But the people that have, at the 1 min and the 0.5 min are waiting on other calculations to happen before their calculations happen, because we need to use these calculations up here as expenses, right? And so we delay it from top to bottom, or bottom to top, sorry. So that way we have accurate numbers. And the way that a delay will work is simple. I'll just open up this one quick. I just brought out, a Zap that I'm already using. Oops. We're gonna hit edit. And here we go. So what's gonna happen is we can update a deal stage inside of Pipedrive, and we're gonna delay for 0.5 minutes. And we're going to hit done. So that's pretty much it. It's that easy. But why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Well, because when this deal stage updates, right, we're going to delay it for 0.5 min because we want the same Zap above this one to resolve first, right? So we want a Zap with the exact same trigger, right? Whatever this trigger up here is, we want that Zap to run first before this one starts, because we want to grab the information that came out of that Zap above this one. We want that information closer down here, if that makes sense, right? So delay is pretty cool. You could do delay for, delay after queue. So it waits for a set amount of time after the last delay in a given queue, used to deal with race conditions and rate limiting. I don't ever really use this one, or delay until. Now, the delay until is a pretty cool one that I can show you. I just got to go find it. But first and foremost, what you would do is if you wanted to just, delay the Zap to wait for other things to resolve, then you could do this. The other thing you could do is, like, for example, if you have like an onboarding, or you have something where, someone made a payment, right? And then they get access to a course. Maybe you want to give them an hour before you send them an email, right? So what you could do is you could say, when I get this payment in here and it equals this, then I could delay it for 1 hour and then send this email, right? That way they're not getting bombarded with another email or something like that. So you could use delay in a different number of different features, right? Now, let's take a look at the Zapier Delay on the other one I used. Okay, so here is an idea as to like how I've used it before. So what's happening is we're getting an invitee in Calendly, and we're only continuing if something happens. We're basically using a couple webhooks. Now, this is kind of complicated, and we're sending a text message via API. However, what we're doing is we're then saying, let me just edit. We're then saying we want to format the time. Okay, we want to format the time into a different time zone, and we want to delay until. So this is where I was trying to get into, is we're going to delay it until. So we want to delay it until what we formatted up here. So we formatted the date from up here into a different format here. And then we want to delay this Zap until we hit June 28th, if that makes sense, which is, I guess, today. And then what we want to do is we want to delay again, right, until it's 7:45 a.m. And then we want to basically send a text message. So the cool thing is we've been able to use a couple different delays, right? Delay until, and we can use very cool, formats, right? So as long as it makes sense, I believe there is a help guide inside of Zapier, but what's cool is you can delay it until an appointment date, right? So for example, I didn't want to do date and time, so that's why I formatted it here. I just said I wait until it's the 28th, which is generally midnight, but then we also want to wait again until it's 7:45 a.m. And then we want to send a text message saying, hey, your appointment's today, right? And so that's how we were able to use that. Again, you can get really complicated like this, right? Like I have very elaborate multi-step zaps. However, it's pretty cool to be able to do something like this, right? And especially with like having more advanced delays like this, and why you see how delays are valuable. So that's about it. I could go on and on and on about all the different things you can do with delays, but those are some cool examples. So as always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out.